On the 9th of August 1970, the Action Committee in Defense of the Mangrove restaurant, which is a West London restaurant in Notting Hill, called a demonstration because that restaurant had been consistently harassed by the police.
Dad, from an early age, with us and all his children, instilled in us what it was to be fearless, what it was to be black.
I'm immensely pleased to have the opportunity to join in with this celebration of Darcus Howe with a blue plaque.
My name is Leela Hassan Howe. I'm the widow of the late Darcus Howe, and I was a member of the Race Today Collective, the organisation that Darcus founded that was based in this building.
I came here as a refugee, and Darcus and Leela and the Race Today Collective, they took me in. I'm happy that Darcus has been duly honoured.
I think today's been beautiful. Brixton came out for Darcus in very large numbers, larger even than on the day when his funeral cortege passed through here about 4 years ago. We've seen all generations, youngsters as young as 3, 5 years old, all the way through to Eric Huntley, must be at 90 years old, and then people like me in midlife. It was wonderful, and I had to be here. The Darcus I met was the Darcus of the Devil's Advocates. I'm the Devil's Advocate, and tonight I'm debating with Imran Khan, or Mark Tully, or Dr. Adebayo and Steve Pope, or Bernie Grant. He was fearless. He slayed all the sacred cows.
Today was really interesting. It was really absolutely fantastic. It was a success. It's like getting married. You really are not involved in, you're just involved with the ceremony itself. So yeah, I thought it was good. Turnout was good. Just under 150 people.
My recollection of Darcus Howe was of reading his writing, usually in the Guardian newspaper, as a young person in the 1990s.
So I thought that Malachi did a good job, but I think what the family and I, when we've discussed this, is that although he was able to get Darcus's mannerisms and the intonation of his voice well, what he didn't get was Darcus's inner strength and power. Darcus was an incredibly powerful person. If Darcus was in a room, you would know it. Darcus has a presence about him.
Whatever you see on television, don't believe that. Papa is speaking the truth.
I remember meeting Darcus outside here one day when I had to give a speech, and I drafted a load of words and I'd struggled over it and thought, what am I going to say, how am I going to put this, how am I going to put it together. But I did what Darcus said to me. What he said to me out here was something along the lines of, just speak from your heart and tell the truth, and people sooner or later will listen to you. And it just really affected me in that moment.
Obviously the work of the centre, we're a law centre, so the work we do is all about injustice, and that doesn't go away, Every day of the week we still have plenty of people from this local community coming in with problems, with their lives getting smashed and ruined, and we have to be there and we have to do our work for them, So Darcus is a motivator.
And Darcus said to me that when he decided to build the collective, he wanted a mixture of intellectuals and activists, and that was very important to him. He wanted working class people as well as intellectuals to come together in an organisation so that they could learn from each other. He was very much against the idea of the intellectuals with their academic understanding leading ordinary people. He believed that we had experiences and understanding where we could govern and decide for ourselves what we wanted to do with our lives.
Well, it was very outspoken. It was very outspoken. And when I say outspoken, he never bites his words.
And so here we were, based really from 74, although the collective race day started in 73, from 74 until 88. And this was the building. And on the ground floor here was where we had Race Today studios with Jean, who's here today, member of the collective. On the first floor was Darcus, with the offices, and Darcus would sit near that window. And on the top floor, CLR James lived. So thank you once again. Thank you again to the organisers. And please remember him. Please always, if you do walk past here, just look up and see CLR and Darcus. And I know I said I don't like the word, but really, two icons, not only of Black Britain, but of Britain and the world. Darcus Howe and CLR James.
If I had to describe my father in 3 words, I'll have to use the word fearless.
Mischievous, because he was very mischievous.
Human.